Hello. Good day to you, and blessings to you all. Thank you so much again for viewing the videos, and I'll keep on chugging down the road. Forgive me for I'm kind of day off, so I kind of come in here kind of comfortable, if you will, because I'm a sun guy. I like to worship the sun. You ever notice those people, the most unhealthiest are those that get no sun? And I have to have the sun. I live in this little hole, and I got to have some sun or I go nuts. So I want to thank you all still for viewing the videos here. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are really wearing the robe, I mean, I'm real proud of you guys. You guys are really doing well. And everything isn't always perfect in Denmark. You know, I was talking to a young lady that watches our videos, and we were talking about kelp, and she was giving me the arsenic in kelp. You know, you're going to see a lot of problems everywhere with everything. So we work through all those things. With the seaweeds and everything else, still one of the most healthiest foods on the planet. But whatever we have to work through to have good food, we just have to work through, you know. So I thought I would catch up. That's why I want to do that. I mean, I thought I was caught up, but if I don't answer some of these now, it gets real big for Monday. So let me go through some of these. And Green Teethful, that's what a name. Interesting name. Someday you'll tell me why. But I love you too, you know. Okay, so let's look at this. This guy is suffering from interstitial lymphatic constipation. Adam, you're a good dude. You really got it, and you are. You hit it right on the head. Now, what I love about you guys is you're getting it. And when you get it, you're empowering yourself. Yeah, it's some work, no question about it. But you're empowering yourself with the knowledge that it takes to understand what's going on and what you have to do to back it up. We do have fruit sensitivities. We do have some of these things going on. I think even you mentioned about something about damaging. There's no damage with fruits. Very aggressive principles. This is why you'll see the difference between aggressive fruits and berries as opposed to vegetables, which are just, I call them the good old boys. But the fruits and berries, they're aggressive in their nutrition, they're powerful in their magnetics, and so, yeah, you tend to see more symptoms with those. You do in that way. But the colitis, you know, you hit it on the head, and this kidney failure you had was right there with, just telling you right there, wasn't it? You were having kidney and adrenal problems, and you did see what I said. High blood pressure is really low blood pressure, absolutely, and you've seen that, and you're seeing your kidney and adrenals. And I see this every time well, it won't be 40 years because really in the earlier years, I didn't think of kidneys either. When I created my detox, I always threw the kidneys in because I thought, you know, they're eliminative organs. You really need to have that in there. I didn't know to the extent until I just kept watching and correlating with the camera and correlating and seeing what happens when kidneys fail and all the dialysis people and just all that information through the years. About 20 years ago or so is when it really clicked to me. Really what's going on here. And then since we've been focusing in that direction, then we've seen the acceleration of our ability to help people. So it's just been that sort of thing. Someone asked me about books and where do you read. There's none out there at this level. Not too many. You have to go back in some of the later 1800s, early 1900s. A lot of medical doctors wrote books on the myth of proteins, and you got to get into the fruitarian thinkers because you have books at every level. It's kind of like school. There's books for every level that you want to learn, and that's the way there is here. Books in every level. So hard to have books at this level, to be honest with you. Take a look around and see if you can find them. Real hard because most of the practitioners are actually stepping back in their awareness, not growing in their awareness. And I think we really need to grow in our awareness. And, you know, I left as a naturopath, left this concept of deficiencies, I left that 35 years ago. So that's how I think behind the times we are. And sometimes I'm the last person to hang on to something. I mean, you wouldn't think it, but sometimes I hang on to things myself, and it's like, oh, let go of that. So you hit it right on the head, with that. You're right on there. This is where the bowel formulas come in. This is where slippery elm, marshmallow. I'll tell you, the heal all capsules will be less aggressive than the lymphatic one capsules. A lot of healers, comfrey. Then you got the slippery elm and marshmallow, very healing to that bowel wall on the wall. But we know the problem. Just like you said, you got it down, my friend. In the wall is the problem. That means you got to get these kidneys filtering. They're up, but you've got to get them filtering. And my feeling is, of course, is the adrenal glands control that. Is there a pituitary influence on that? Possibly. That is something, again, if you're considering you're having a lot of problems in the head area or in the transverse colon, then you could always assume the pituitary is involved. It would never hurt to work on that anyway. So that's the neat thing about this, is that you can work on all these different tissues and it doesn't hurt because you're dealing in health and you're restoring health to cells. That's the beauty of it. A little more attention to one area, okay. You can do it with the glandulars, or you can do it with herbs, what we know of. So you can play with that, and it doesn't hurt. There's no killing you. There's no damaging you. That's the beauty of it. Can't do that with pharmaceuticals. They're way, way, way down the path. Yeah, your kidneys, you had chronic acne on the chest and back. I mean, right there. Well, but you said was this you that in kidney failure? No, it must have been another one. But yeah, you were definitely kidneys. I know another one here, yeah, kidney failure. I'll go into that one, sorry. Sometimes these run together a little bit. If fruit's too aggressive, I'd stay away probably from the acid fruits and stay with the subacid and the sweet fruits like the bananas and the figs and the dates, and if that doesn't bother you, and to stay light in that way. Yeah, if it's real bad, you got to use aloe vera juice. I mean, good stuff, or get fresh aloe vera. You've got to use the heal all teas, capsules. You might even have to steam your vegetables a little bit and kind of move more slower at the same time, getting on those kidneys with the herbs. That's the beauty of the herbs too. While you're not doing so well on the diet because of the high inflammation or high acidosis, the herbs can come in and work for you. What a beautiful thing, don't you think? So really work on those adrenals and kidneys. That'll give you more steroids too to help. And so then your body won't be pulling calcium out of your structure of your colon or using cholesterol. You're very underweight. So what does that tell you? And just what you said here, you're getting it good at them. Interstitial lymphatic constipation, you're malabsorbed. So you've got to move on those kidneys and those adrenals, and at the same time keep working on that GI tract. Again, this could be a case where you have high sulfur. Get in a mirror, a real strong mirror, get a flashlight, see if you have orange around the pupil. If you have hazel eyes, you got chronic bowels. And it's just going to take you a while to unwind this, But you can use all these anti-inflammatory foods and herbs to help you in that process of getting well. So it's a good thing there. This is another gentleman that is a bit of a meat eater, and he cut himself and he healed within 4 days. That's pretty good, isn't it? And you're right, it is about the amount of meat. I agree totally with you. If someone wants to have a little meat, I am not opposed to that. I'm not a real perfectionist in terms of all raw, all fruitarianism anymore. I've had to lose that. God made me lose that with all the twists and turns and all the crap that I've been through myself. Everybody has their own journeys, and these journeys down here, we all get beat up. So I've had to change things around a little bit, and I concur with you. If you want to eat a little meat, I have no problems. But if you were all fruit, it'd been gone in 1 day. It took you 4 days, man. What took you so long? Fruit, 1 day. But you see the power of that? I agree with you. A little meat, so what? Those that want to be meatless, good. Those that want to be fruitarians, good. I love it all. It is all good. It's all good. I think I always like to get to the top of the mountain. I always like to get there. I think if you spend some time at the top of the mountain and detox, so what if you go back and you balance your life out a little differently? You've been there. You gave your body a chance to ride the ride. You gave your body a chance to heal itself at these high levels, just like you saw that MS case. By the way, thank you. There's a couple that wrote in. Man and wife, both in a chair with MS. My heart goes out to you guys like nobody's business. We're going to help you in every way we can. And I know it's going to be a ride. So you two hang in, okay? Going to be a ride for you. But we'll help you in every way we can. Horrible stories. Horrible. Now, who's this one from? This is from Mike in Seattle. They were just talking about Seattle today on the news, about how it's one of the top places to live and beautiful scenery and all that. Bit cold, Mike, a bit cold for me. But you were talking about other foods you ate, like likely grilled portobello mushroom on a toasted bun. Yummy, yummy, yum. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about all these things. I think if you want to detox, you got to get away from them. If you want to live life normally and have a balance in your life, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay? That's all I have to say with that. A little protein-starch combination there, might feel that. You know, you've been asking about some starches here. A little chocolate, okay. I mean, sorry, we're in the physical world. It's hard enough for soul to be on this planet as it is. I think that's why we invented Willy Wonka. But if you want to detoxify and you're in serious trouble and you want to regenerate, you can't do these things. But if you want to come down off of that and ride a balance, absolutely, who cares? I mean, I'm not a perfectionist in that way, because you can stay that way for years, which I did for years, and then, you know, there are some people that have been raw foodists for 30 years. I've really never met one that was being honest about it, you know, in all those years. You'll find some things, but I'm sure there are some people that have been able to have self-discipline for that long and that raw. And I congratulate those people. I've been more of a God thinker, and my attention has been so many other places besides that, that I just, in the travels around the world, tough to stay 100% raw. I mean, when you're busy and seeing as many people as I see, and all that negative energy of illness and stuff coming at you, and you're traveling and all the things that are involved with that, and then you take on governments, it gets you, let me tell you. It really gets you. But you know what? That's everybody's lot. I'm not complaining. And you asked me about large quantities of sprouts. Absolutely, and I'm an alfalfa freak when it comes to sprouts. Big time. Again, good source of amino acids. If you'll take protein and throw it in the trash, and then use amino acids, you're going to be more accurate in what you're saying. And I think that's important, that we be accurate, because these people that work out with these trainers and gyms, you're throwing protein around like it's candy, and you don't throw protein around like it's candy. You must be more accurate in what your knowledge is and how you help people, because you're doing more ill health to people by packing them with proteins. They're going to lose their kidneys, and they're going to end up in a lot of suffering, and I do believe in karma. So even those people that work in fitness, you got to get this down in health. You got to get it down. Learn some power packing foods like the green juices, but particularly the alfalfa. Someone said they did a blood transfusion in the morning here of wheatgrass juice and coconut milk. Well, I'll tell you, a strong alfalfa juice is much more powerful to me than wheatgrass juice in amino acids and in minerals. Much more revered as a more complex food, a nutritional source, in my opinion.